Do you know what's important in life? Living life. You know what's not important? Beating yourself up by causing unnecessary shame. This is often what individuals do who experience a BFRB. BFR what? Body-focused repetitive behavior. This is like hair pulling or skin picking. It actually could be anything somebody does with their body over and over and over again, focusing on a specific body part. Get it? Body-focused repetitive behavior. Other names include trichotillomania and excoriation disorder. We know individuals can do this behavior out of a compulsion for OCD to help them relieve some symptoms and nervousness. But for others, this is an entirely separate disorder. Let me tell you a story about Emily to see if you can relate. She has always been self-conscious about her appearance, but there was one thing in particular that made her feel very insecure. It was her hair. For some reason, one day she started to pull a few hairs out. There was no rhyme or reason to it. It just happened. She couldn't help it. She didn't know what to do. And she didn't even know what she was doing. And she didn't even know what it was. Emily has always been fascinated with her hair, spending hours brushing it, playing with it, just fiddling around. However, she began to notice that she was pulling out her hair more and more. She would find herself doing it without even realizing it, and she would often wake up with a handful of hair in her bed. She tried to stop, but she couldn't. She began to notice that now she has some bald patches on her scalp. She starts to feel ashamed and embarrassed. These emotions fueled her thoughts and feelings to pull more and more. One day, Emily's mother noticed her daughter's hair loss and asked her about it. What's going on, Emily? She didn't know how to explain it. She felt ashamed. She didn't know what was happening to her. She's never heard of anyone else that does this. Stories like this happen often. And for those who have skin picking, just replace the word hair with skin picking. These individuals often experience the same thing. It's not just a bad habit. There's a biological component to this. The brain is simply just wired differently. As you heard in the story, there tends to be some shame and embarrassment. And to me, this is one of the most important things to treat. I want people to be happy with who they are, whether you are pulling or not, whether you are picking or not. Naturally, the world will say, well, stop it. If it brings you so much shame and you have bald spots and like all these things you keep talking about, like just stop. Well, it's not that simple. And that's where a lot of that shame comes from. Whenever I see a client in my office, we of course work on reducing these symptoms of hair pulling, but we also come up with a realistic expectation. Do you still want to pull maybe 30% of the time? Like, are you okay with that? Do you want to be done with treatment? Do you just want to be done with this thing altogether? Treatment can be very individualized, and it's not really an all or nothing approach sometimes. So it's not, I pulled hair so I'm not getting better, or I didn't pull hair so I'm doing great. So for me, I love to remove this shame. I'm gonna tell you a secret that sounds like something a therapist should not say. You ready? Allow yourself to do it. Ooh, weird, right? Seems strange. But wait, there's a caveat. Allow yourself to do the behavior if it doesn't interfere with your life and you fully embraced yourself and you are happy with you. We take the shame away from hair pulling and skin picking by allowing it to be there. And not putting judgment on this. We're not saying bad, it just is what it is. But if your goals are to stop, we've got treatment for that, and it tends to work really well if someone can do it the right way. And by the way, I've got this all outlined in my step-by-step online course, Overcoming Hair Pulling and Skin Picking. Tons of videos, worksheets, and support. This thing's awesome. I'll link that down in the description. If you've just started your journey with recovery, this is a great place to be. Be kind to yourself. Feel all the emotions. You still be you. We learn from experiences that we need to know all the thoughts, all the feelings, all the emotions, all the places, all those sensory feelings in your body that trigger this feeling that you want to pull or pick. And we're gonna interrupt this process by using habit reversal and the COMB model, which is the comprehensive model for behavioral treatment. Ooh, lots of big words. We'll create your SCAMP profile, SCAMP, and we'll create competing responses to break these patterns. Yeah, I know, lots of foreign terms here. You'll learn it all in the course. Ultimately, what I want you to get out of this video is that if you want to stop doing your BFRB, there is hope. Start tracking your symptoms to become more aware of how you are experiencing these things. I have these worksheets in my course. If you want to stop, if you don't want to stop, that's okay too. Embrace you. You are not broken. Work on embracing who you are. Take the shame away. You also think, does this behavior belong in my future? Parents and supports, it is tough to sometimes accept that my child may continue pulling or picking for a while, maybe a long while, but love them anyway. Do not shame them. Don't tell them to stop. Meet them where they are with their goals. This can help reduce their shame. I want to know for you, have you struggled with a BFRB? What has been your treatment journey? Also, to enhance your skills even further, go watch this video right now to understand what a BFRB is and where it comes from. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.